There are thousands of Disney podcasts on the internet, and this is one of them. I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
I'm Jordan.
And you're listening to...
I'm Ryan.
Yeah, Mutineers! Tonight, on the world-recognized Mickey Mutineers podcast, we review the Disney year so far. We break out ye old round table and discuss which ride we can yeet ourselves from. Jordan wows us with a touching bluegrass rendition of Life, Sex, and Death's 1992 hit song, Fucking Shit Ass. Mickey Mutineers was refused service by a live studio audience.
Hold on. I will now only refer to this podcast as world recognized. Like, oh yeah, they're there too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. Well, can we even say world though?
Sure.
Hold on. Did Josh's camera just
views.
move?
Yeah, it does that.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
He has one of the kids just standing behind the camera.
Weird thing is,
Hold still.
they're in Georgia and I'm in California.
Remote is a thing. You can do it remote.
Yeah. It's working better than Ryan's 480p Piranha Plant camera.
Did you say Piranha Plant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
J Dunk's in the house.
Hello.
All right, everybody be quiet. He's going to sing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how the song starts too. Perfect.
Rollicking intro.
When the moon hits your eye like
no.
a big pizza pie, that's amore.
No, you're supposed to sing Life, Death, and Sex's 1992 hit song, Fucking Shit Ass.
I'm trying to figure out which is the band and which is the song.
Fucking Shit Ass is the song.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Is that a real song?
Yeah, it's a real band too.
Is it good?
It's not terrible. It's 1992, man.
It sounds terrible.
It's actually a song about hope for the future.
We don't have any.
Not anymore. We just opened up, or tomorrow we'll be opening up our newest concentration camp.
That's not how we're starting this show.
I don't know what else to say, man.
At some point, we're going to have to start the show off that way.
Should we just start a countdown at like the time of each episode now? Hey, guys.
So speaking of, I wonder where the doomsday clock is right now.
So, like, you know how odometers have that little pin that stops the needle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
Fiero
doomsday clock has
one.
that, and it's just like bending the needle against that pin.
If I could just take us out of reality for a second and go to a very similar subject. Did anyone see the newest Mission Impossible movie?
No.
I have not yet.
I know Jordan hasn't. I'm just going to spoil a little part of it. At one point, they talk about like so many minutes to midnight, right? They're like, we're this far from midnight, or 2 hours from midnight, 1 hour from midnight. And at one point, all of the world's nuclear defenses are taken from them by an AI system, except for America. So America is the only country in the world that has their nuclear system, and yet we're 2 hours from midnight. I would like to think that if all of the nuclear sites outside of this country were taken away by an AI system, we'd be closer to midnight than 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's like DEFCON 3. No.
Yeah, so right now, we are 89 minutes to midnight.
Right.
So we're past 2 hours.
Thank you for that, Josh. You're right. So my point is, if we're at DEFCON, here's a better way to put it. If we're at DEFCON 5 from the beginning, and then we go down. Then when everyone but us had nuclear systems, they called it DEFCON 3. And to me, feels a little closer to DEFCON 1. That's all I'm saying.
So I just want to point out that the Russian missile crisis was 100 seconds to midnight.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Are
Wait
we?
a minute. We're closer to midnight now?
89 minutes.
Seconds.
Yeah, and he said 89 minutes.
Oh, he said 89 minutes. Oh, I'm confusing minutes with... But still, back to Ryan's
That's a
point.
Josh move. How did you do that?
Why the hate?
me and Josh were peeing into the same wishing well, and lightning struck.
Yep.
So unfortunately, I'm Josh.
This is actually really great promotion for Freakier Friday if we want to get some extra advertisement in there.
You guys are going to freak out, pun intended, when me and Josh show up in the movie. Sorry, me and Jake.
I think Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis will equally freak out if they see both of you in the movie.
I'm going to hit on both of them.
I'm behind the curtains watching because I'm Jake.
Not good.
Jake wouldn't do that. Gosh.
I just said I would.
I don't like this game anymore. This is
Jordan, how was dinner?
assassination.
It was delicious.
What was
Great.
it?
Chicken and veggies.
Did you bring any? Did you leave any at the basement door?
I did not. I ate it. Sorry. Ryan, once we get Muppet 3D, you can have all the chicken and veggies you want. On me. I will buy and cook you the chicken and veggies. But until Muppet 3D is ours, buddy, get to fucking work.
I'm on it.
All right.
Give me like
Good. Listen, I just got off the phone with Taylor. I told her you're fine. She believed me. So
says more about her than it does you.
yeah, which whatever. The dogs say hi or bark or whatever it is the dogs say. I don't know.
No, that sounds like them.
Yeah. Actually, Murph barked twice. So
Can I ask though? I do miss the dogs. The only thing you left down here was this thing of a cat.
yeah. Yeah.
Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, that was my my Sphinx cat that accidentally looked at Medusa.
No.
Poor buddy.
Turn it around.
No, I'm not doing that. No, thank you so much.
Please.
I'm keeping it
I
tasteful.
want to see if it's a sphincter cat.
First of all, the shape and color tone of that cat, I don't know if we're going to be able to put that part on YouTube. Like when you first pulled that
This
out,
is a
I was
shoe
shocked.
shape, okay? It's a shoe shape.
I'm just saying, when you first pulled it out, okay, do it so like only the paws are sticking up in frame like this. Yeah. Now turn it sideways, down.
Not doing that. Thank you so much.
Wait, actually, angle the head underneath. Nope.
Is that what?
No. Okay, now turn it this way. There you go. No, too far.
Okay. Well, Jordan, in terms of Muppet Vision 3D, give me like at least 60 more seconds.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
look, we should. God.
Was not expecting that.
I don't think anyone
Ryan,
was.
hold on. Ryan always comes with a fucking plan. Why are we not surprised?
Hold on. If he always comes with the plan, this is perfect. That was the plan, right?
It was.
Because if he doesn't come back with a Muppet Stay clock, like 90 seconds to midnight.
90 seconds to Muppet.
Ooh, that's a good one. 90. That's an episode title so far.
Nice.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. 90 seconds to Muppet. I'm gonna make like a clock and everything for this. This is gonna be a really good thumbnail.
The hands need to be Sam Eagle.
What? Ryan's here?
If Ryan turns the camera back on and he's dressed up like fucking Scooter, I'm gonna be so goddamn angry.
I gotta let you know that even if I had the clothes to wear as Scooter, I would need more than like 60 seconds to do that.
Would you?
I think so.
I know.
Say, speaking of Muppets, I
I
actually
can
found
undress
out
pretty
some disappointing news. So the toy company that makes the Muppet figures, Diamond Select,
Yeah.
they're actually going out of business, and they're
Oh
not.
no.
Yeah, they were reissuing a bunch of the Muppet figures from the last handful of years, and I had some stuff on pre-order, but since they're going out of business, they're canceling all those pre-orders, and I think the Muppet property is just up for grabs at this point.
Oh,
Well, the good news is that means that we can get to work.
Yeah.
wait, yeah. If it's up for grabs, oh my gosh, you guys.
Ryan, back to the basement. We got to get the Muppet license for action figures.
Here's the thing. I actually don't need to go back to the basement because I brought in a team to help me with it.
Nope. This is a team? No, that was not. No. Back to the basement.
You don't understand. I got a guy on the inside.
Dude, yeah, in the basement, you are the guy on the inside.
No, from within the studios.
Is it Rizzo?
No,
Oh.
speaker. Nice. So,
Wait, he looks so imposing when you do that.
Where'd you find that?
so this is from PalisadesToys.com.
Yep.
And I was at the Southern Fried Gaming Convention in Atlanta, Georgia last weekend. And all of my friends I was with were like, I can't wait to buy vintage video games or see what vintage video game consoles they have. And I said, what Muppets things do they have? And one guy had so many Muppets things, including an actual replica of the Gonzo the Great puppet. Like you could like
I know
use
that guy.
puppet.
I know
He's
that
great.
guy. He showed, you know those parking lot toy swaps we go to?
Yes.
He's set up there. And my buddy Adam, if you go back and watch my recent video, my buddy Adam bought the Jim Henson Palisades set from him.
Oh.
Of the Muppet. Yeah. I have the Gonzo. The
Yes,
the
I do
12-inch
too.
Gonzo,
In
yeah.
the red suit.
Yes.
I think he's a little bit bigger than this guy. But when I saw him, I couldn't turn him down. He also had a Sweetums that was a little smaller than this speaker, but he was like 100.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to drop that time. But this guy's
He'll work
50.
with you on price. That guy like
He will.
yeah,
It was
he'll work
very-
with you on price.
Extremely fair pricing. Like he was great. And he did, I think he actually said he had a piece of paper and it said negotiate on one side. And then he flipped it over and it said bitches on the back. So
Yeah. The next time I see him, I think he still has some of the Indiana Jones Kermit figures left. I want to get one of those from him.
Yeah.
So,
that sounds like a good call. So he's going to help me get Muppet Vision 3D.
nice.
Nice.
Good job,
So-
Peter.
I have two things.
Yes.
First, real quick, Jordan, you just mentioned your newest video. I just wanted to throw out that you can find that at Jordan Gasly on YouTube.
Yeah, you can.
And secondly, did you know that this Palisades toy company made a Lars Ulrich action figure?
Yes.
Looks
Who
just
the
like
hell
him.
knew?
Yeah, it looks so good.
So good.
Perfect.
That's the original packaging too. That was the they reissued a bunch of them in a blue, or it had, the card was blue and it was all encased in plastic.
Oh.
This is actually a really detailed figure.
Yeah, like I'm looking at pictures of all these figures, and there is a scooter, and it's. Wait a minute,
That was
Ryan,
a-
you didn't come back dressed as Scooter, and I'm kind of
that was a
sad.
good
now.
line.
I'm sorry, buddy. I wish I could come back dressed as this.
I mean, I don't feel like that'd be that hard. I already got the hair down almost.
Do you guys know the meme of Jeb Bush when everyone shares like, hey, there's an election going on and there's like Jeb Bush sweep and it's him doing like this?
Yeah.
Please clap.
Is that
Wait.
is that close?
Yeah, make it epic and shake it a little. We can put something like, wait, hold on. I have just the thing. Ryan, don't
Hold on,
shake
wait
it
a minute.
yet.
Wait a
Don't
minute.
shake it yet.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. Ready? And shake it. Wait, nope.
Did you start your computer?
In 1995?
I want to click this one. See, that's better. But it said, ta-da!
No, we just need a flame background.
Okay, I'll work on that.
I just want to make him T-pose.
Hold on, I just want to hit this one more time. I forgot I had this button.
Success.
Wow. Whenever you hit that button,
Back to it.
it shuts off my fucking AirPods for a brief second, and the sound goes back through my iPad.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah.
Just that sound? What if I do Castle Thunder?
Well, any of the buttons so far. Yeah. It's just a split second. It switches to the iPad, back to my AirPods.
Oh,
That
Right.
is wild.
So, if this is to be believed, then it looks like there were 4 other characters you can get in this size, okay? In this box, there are 3 other characters you can get. And your options were, hold on, I'll find them. Let's get to it.
Animal.
Hang on. Okay, here we go. Rolf,
Oh.
okay? Scooter. I can't read his name. Zoot.
Lars Ulrich.
Lars Ulrich. And then here's the important thing, and this is now my life's mission is to obtain this. Lou. I want New Zealand so bad.
Oh, man, I need that for the trip I'm taking to New Zealand.
I took New Zealand to New Zealand. Yeah, I see the YouTube video now.
That's actually a fantastic idea. Josh,
Also, that figure is like over 20 years old. So like you just opened a 20-year-old figure.
Yeah, that sounds part of the course for me, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, toys are made to be played with.
Yeah. I mean, you also don't get to open a 20-year-old figure every day.
you know what I just opened the other day, Jordan? You're going to be proud of me, or you're going to hate me. I'm not sure where you lean on these. Remember those Disney vehicle metal diecast like ride vehicles?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of them. I was like, and my kid was like, "Can I open these?" I was like, "You know what? Yes, go nuts."
Go for
In
it.
fact, hold on a second.
Where were are they the bigger ones or the Hot Wheels sized ones?
Bigger ones.
Where the fuck were they selling those? They sell those at Chevron?
No, those were the Autopia cars.
Ah, that's right.
So hey, you know, hold on. We're on this. Let me hit this button. Yeah.
So when Jurassic
Damn,
Park comes
slow
out
down.
in 2 days, okay,
Yeah.
they're releasing reportedly the first trailer for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
And I need to see that immediately.
So that's going to be in front of
Don't-
Jurassic
Don't see
World?
that without me.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, Jordan.
right here.
I have
seen
AMC
Stephen
A
Fry's
list.
Odyssey made into a movie.
I'm
I
listening.
have AMC A list, so I am heavily considering buying a ticket, going to the midnight release tomorrow, and leaving as soon as the trailer plays.
Oh shit.
And just being like, I'm good, and like leave. And then see Jurassic Park later this week.
Okay, so like my kid heard me talking about the diecast vehicles. Let me just show off some of them. He just wandered in here with an arm full of them. Here's the Mr. Toad one,
Oh, nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
the Doom Buggy.
Nice.
Nice.
What do you got here? Oh, Peter Pan's Flight. And these are this is metal. These are quality items. Snow White's Scary Adventures doesn't even exist anymore. Same
I guess it
ride
doesn't,
vehicle.
huh?
Wait, maybe in Disneyland it does. Pinocchio's Scary
Well,
Adventures?
Snow White still exists, but it's not Snow White's Scary Adventures.
Oh. Look at this one. Cali River Rapids.
Nice. I've been on that.
Who's Callie?
I haven't.
And last, Jungle Cruise.
Hold on. What's Mickey wearing?
A boa.
Oh,
He's fancy. Thank you, sir.
wait. Do you just have children to have assistants?
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
no other
that's-
reason.
That's the entire point.
I need someone to bring me my things when I'm streaming.
Well, the cat didn't work.
I mean, it was kind enough to try and save you electricity that one time and shut down your computer.
She's just like, this is not good.
Terrible podcast. It's just
She just
cat
walked by my
judges
feet.
you.
She walked by my feet, and now I'm like paranoid. I'm like, go, Elfie. Anyway, what were we talking about before I interrupted with toys?
Disney?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, our mid-year parks update.
Oh, hold on. Before we get to the parks update, I do want to bring up. So we all saw the video of the guy jumping out of the boat on Living with the Land, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or technically, we didn't see him jumping out. We saw him jumping back in.
Yes.
And first
Is
of all,
that the one that dropped his phone?
yeah, and then like got out of the boat and went over and like reached in the water or something to get his phone,
And then fell in.
ran through the sand, and jumped back in the boat.
Fucking
So it's like the tunnel right when you enter the vegetation area, the
right
greenhouse.
with the little alligators.
No, that's
No, before that, like right after the farm, and
Yeah,
you
the-
see the little videos of like insects and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's like by the NASA tunnel.
Yes. Wait.
Because the lab is right in the front, and then it makes that left and goes into the tunnel.
No, you're
Yeah,
still
no, I'm talking
halfway
about
through
the
road.
very first tunnel that you enter. Like, think of the house that you see that has the dog barking on the. Yeah.
Oh,
And then there's
okay.
like the montage in the hexagons.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah, I want to live in that house, by the way.
we all do.
Well, you know what you'd be doing?
Keeping people from jumping out of the boat.
No, you'd be living with the land. You'd be
And
living
only-
with the land.
Only then will you truly be living with the land. In the land.
Taylor has actually contemplated like dressing as the little tomato girl at the end of Living with the Land.
Wait, why not the blueberry kid?
Because she wanted to be the tomato girl.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to point out that I knew one of the characters too.
Good job.
Thanks.
I
Well
knew that
done.
there was characters
Banana!
living with the land.
Name two main characters of Living with the Land right now.
The wasp in the montage.
Mama.
The buffalo.
people-
There's a bison.
The people eating at Garden Grill.
There's a couple bison.
people eating in a garden grill are part of the.
Yeah, they're paid to be there.
They're
I think it's really
canonized.
funny
Everybody
that-
that's been there is canonized. I've been there.
If you're on the boat going, and then you look up and you see someone on at the railing of Garden Grill, technically you're both moving in different directions, just very glacially, and I think that's very funny.
That's very poetic. Like two ships passing in the night.
Now throw me down some of their potatoes.
Did you see that video where like they're
What-
stuck in that part and Mickey is up there and they're like,
And he's
Mickey,
looking down?
save us. He's just like, I don't.
It'd be great if he threw a life ring.
Or a biscuit. I would accept either. But anyway, yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
Real quick, are we all familiar with the Reddit theories on Living with the Land house?
About like the kidnappings?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
I first heard about that on
I
the
love
ride
Reddit.
at 11 p.m. So I kind of believe it.
Yeah, there was it was an old creepypasta.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
I feel like
And it was
I
like
read
the dog like welcomes people into the house, and if they actually go in, it's like they trap like kids down in the basement or something.
Yeah, there's a basement, you know.
Did you guys know that house is furnished?
Wait a minute. This sounds like Josh.
We may have found patient zero.
No, the upstairs of that house is furnished with small.
Oh, that makes because you can see it from Garden Grill.
Yes.
So since we're talking about Epcot, I was just scrolling on Instagram. Have you guys seen the fucking cinnamon roll from the German pavilion?
No,
Orange
no.
icing?
No, I haven't seen it yet because when I find food that looks really delicious, I send it to Jake.
It's true, and I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my
no
God.
spoilers.
It's a cinnamon roll in Germany.
Yeah, at the Kringla Bakery.
At where?
Where's the Kringla Bakery?
That's Norway.
Okay,
That's-
the Norway.
yeah.
Okay, never mind. Norway. Sorry,
Oh,
I thought that was caramel coochie for a second.
Excuse me?
Yeah, what did I say?
that's the thing you can have
Yeah,
at Disney.
In Epcot?
Chelsea orders it all the time. It's quick service.
Germany is so far more advanced than we are as a species.
They got to rethink their names, though.
No, they don't.
It's very dangerous.
I'm gonna Google this.
That sounds like a risky click, man.
Yeah, see?
Jeez, it is caramel coochie.
Wow.
I'm going to make
I'm
the
surprised you
world's
had all those
greatest
clothes
rap
on.
album, and I'm going to go under that name.
Hey, real quick, what was the toy company that made your beaker?
Palisades Toys?
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, anyway. Real quick, going back to the dude that jumped out of Living with the Land, it got me thinking, this was going to be a top 4, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, we're all going to have the same ones.
Of what rides we would jump out of?
No, what rides you probably shouldn't jump out of.
I mean, I think any ride you shouldn't jump out of.
Right.
I think I have a
that's-
good number one.
But you have to dwindle it down to 4 specific ones.
I have a good
Yeah, but
number
we're-
one.
I have a good number 1 too, but we're instead we turned this into a round table instead of a top 4. But like
Yeah,
my first thought was,
I think we should go back to top 4 then, because I've.
well, no,
Oh,
because
it
that's going to take.
shouldn't?
Yeah, shouldn't.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, you could just get, carousel would be a good one for a should. Because that's the difference between on a horse and off a horse.
Mine was kind of mood dependent on I'm fine or I'm fine.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Move on.
Okay, but so like some of the ones I thought of, like an obvious one would be like Tower of Terror. Maybe don't step off that ride, especially
Yeah.
during certain points.
Eh,
Cali River Rapids, also not a good one.
the
We're
seance
dancing
room
around
in
the real
Haunted
answer
Mansion.
here.
Oh yeah, no, there's. Wait, hold on, Ryan. The real answer. What park is it in?
You already know.
Does it start with an E? The park.
No.
Oh, interesting. What's your real answer?
Why don't you give us your number one?
So now, granted, this has to be mid-ride, like all these
Yes.
awful videos that we see.
Yeah.
So my number one was Mission Space because it would just be a people blender.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Although I don't know how dangerous it is compared to just being on mission space because you're gonna die of an aneurysm one way or another.
It's true.
Getting smashed to fucking bits by the ride car next to you is not an aneurysm. Words are hard. An
I mean,
aneurysm.
I think at some point it technically is. Like, there's a split second of an aneurysm in there. It's kind of like,
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, it's like I died shitting my pants. You died exploding. You're like, well, there was a second where I was shitting
where
my
there was
pants.
shit in my pants.
You fucking died because you turned inside out.
Right. That's like a big aneurysm.
And you said, and outside were my pants, and inside.
But like, the medieval torture device, the rack that like stretches you?
Yes.
It's kind
Yeah.
of like there's a split second on that where it's going to feel amazing. And
So
then-
I hear you on mission space. It's unfortunately the wrong answer. That's not the worst ride to jump out of mid ride.
oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. The real answer is Kilimanjaro Safari.
That's, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
guess it
That's
really
the
gets-
worst.
Hold on. That depends on where you jump off.
And
If you're- listen.
the predators are behind a wall anyway, so you'd have to jump off and go run.
You're not that
jump
far
over
from the
wall.
lions, dude.
I feel like the diciest animal that you would probably have to run from would be the rhino.
Lion.
Like,
Wait, is there hippos?
the
Yes,
rhino.
there's hippos.
Yeah, but the hippos are behind they've got the security trench.
That's true. The rhinos are just right there,
Yeah, the rhinos will go right up to the ride vehicle.
and they expect us not to touch them.
But if you jump off by the giraffes, like the giraffes aren't going to do shit. Like the giraffes
They might
are going to be
lick
like, they're like,
They might just like. Have you ever seen a deer like rear up on its hind legs and start fucking deer punching someone?
Yeah, it's awful.
Could you imagine if a giraffe did that?
Well, first off, he'd be missing me by like 12 feet.
He's only
Yeah, I
got
feel like that
four.
was the safest option.
Yeah. The worst thing a giraffe could do to me is if it used its neck just to like barricade me. Like one of these things where it's just like just wraps around and hits you.
Have you seen them fight like that?
Yeah, dude. It's like sword fighting for them.
Yeah, and that sound haunts my dreams.
Yeah, it's just a slap. Just
And
a,
cracks.
I don't know
Like
if that
Rice
comes to it.
Krispies.
I'm gonna tell you it's the lions. Like the lions have got to be the part where I'd be the most terrified. Because sure, yeah, they're a little higher up. They can jump.
That moat is pretty fucking wide.
Lions can jump 25,000 feet out
On
of
a
a 747.
Were
Sorry.
you with me on that trip, Jake?
Yeah, wrong jungle ride. I apologize.
Oh God, that guy was the best Jungle Cruise skipper ever.
I was about to say, if you were about to say patron, I was going to say second best. Because the first best was going to be the guy who listens to the Mickey Mutineers when he wears that Ohio shirt. What was it?
I don't know. He should tell us.
Yeah, dude from Jungle Cruise. If you're on in the chat, out yourself.
Or like get a hold of us on Blue Sky or something.
Yeah.
Or
Nobody's in the chat today.
someone's watching.
Did we not like rub the lamp that Review It Rob lived in, or like what did we do?
Oh, the lamp.
Josh, you were on lamp duty this week.
I rubbed something else.
That's not Rob.
I'm waiting for like this shitty Beetlejuice version of Rob to
that's
show
not
up.
that's not a fucking genie that popped out of that.
And you can't put that back in the bottle either.
No.
I tried.
Fucking hate you.
Hold on. Jordan sent me a meme. It just said, hold on. All it said was, well, I failed no poop November. Second line, never mind, I got it back in.
I forgot I said that one.
And I immediately sent it to Jerry Christmas.
Nice.
Look, I'm gonna out Jordan for a second. You all think he's this clean cut guy.
Do we?
He sends me so many fart and poop memes.
It's true. Oh, it's true.
Jordan's become my fart guy.
Well, I'm the cheap burrito guy.
It's kind of the same.
Yeah, same thing.
And Jordan, I just want you to know, fucking love every single one of them. Don't stop.
What's the one that I sent you guys tonight? The obvious plant, which was like the stitch meat.
Oh yeah, Stitch me
Yeah.
up. Blech.
But then
So
it just
like-
says it's blue dyed meat.
Yeah, it's like the fucking green ketchup that they sold for a while.
For a week and a half, and somehow
Green
we got
ketchup
it.
was a phenomenon, though. That was pretty amazing that they did.
what's the one? I was looking back at the ones that I sent you, Jake, and it's the one that's the beer koozie that says, "Yeah, I make NFTs, non-flushable turds."
Hold on.
Wow.
Okay, guys, for the next disaster hour, I hate reaction videos. I hate them so much. Can we do a reaction video?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
I wanted to do a reaction video of that YouTube video I sent you guys.
Yeah, but audio though.
Oh.
Remember that was the reason? Like we do it short, like we'll watch TikToks and stuff, but that's like a minute and a half. I can't do a 12-minute video.
I have two things for you guys. One,
Yes.
The next disaster hour just actually needs to be, next two disaster hours. The next disaster hour has to be a found footage camera shot of Josh trying to buy a Switch 2. Because we need Josh to buy a Switch 2. And then the second disaster hour
You have to start
is going to be
GoFundMe for
all
that shit.
4 of us playing Mario Kart World together.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing. My wife's car. Remember how last time I said I had to take pretty much the entire engine apart to get the alternator changed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. I'll tell you guys after. This is
Okay.
the after show thing.
Sounds good. So that's 1. And 2 is I think that I used a scrunchie to make Beaker look just like me.
What?
Nice.
I think I got him to have a beard.
Now you have to shave his head and give him a baseball cap.
He's wearing a hat. There's a hat right now.
What would Beaker look like with shaved head?
Look at him. Look at that handsome gentleman.
What a distinguished little gentleman.
Yeah.
He looks freaked out to be here. Hold on. Why do you have a scrunchie?
For my hair.
Good job.
I've got hair ties, but they're for my beard, so I can sleep without my beard.
I was just about to say I
sticking to
could
my
use it for my beard, but I don't know if that's going to work.
neck.
Hey, has anyone watched the Predator cartoon?
Yeah. Yes.
I really
I
anime. And
Not
I
yet.
haven't.
I've watched half of it. What do you mean anime?
It's anime.
Yeah, but anime is just a type of cartoon.
It's a fucking cartoon.
I don't mean that
Man.
as a pejorative.
Man, go walk into an anime convention and say that and see how fucking quick you get chased out of that goddamn convention. Not that I hold on.
Chasing me.
Hold on. Not that I don't disagree with you. I do not disagree with you. But let me tell you, anime fans will get the biggest stick up their ass for that shit. And
It's
I used to piss them off at the CD store because we had an anime section and I just put cartoons. I just labeled it cartoons. And let me tell you, man, every fucking weebo that came into that fucking store was like, actually? Like, yeah.
They're all Simpsons comic book guy.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, why do you think I made the sign, you fucking dork?
Hold on.
We're all fucking dorks for something, man.
Oh.
Not anime, though.
That's true. I just put a scrunchie on a toy Muppet, though. So I'm just saying
some
we're all on
animes
some
I like,
scale.
but
Way
but
cooler
they're
than
still
anime.
cartoons.
So I was gonna say I almost did something bad, and I'm glad I looked first. I was like, so can I just start referring to my cartoon as anime? But then I realized anime is specifically Japanese.
Yeah.
So no, I
Unless
cannot,
it's made
and I
in
won't.
France.
Oh, then it's sparkling anime.
But Akira is a French fucking. Not Akira. Fuck. What is it?
Alita?
No, it doesn't start with a fucking A.
Eon Flux.
No, that's
That
just
starts with a yeah.
Avatar.
American.
no. It does not start with a fucking A. I
Then
just.
why
said
did
that.
you say Akira?
Oh God.
Akira.
Because it's around the same time. The same time frame.
Speed Racer.
Ghost in the Shell?
No, that's Japanese too.
This is a fun game.
I don't know.
You say it was
It's that
French?
guy, dude with a suit.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to
Was
say
he?
one more A name because I think you might be actually thinking of this. Amelie?
No,
No.
Okay.
That's not a
Fairly Odd
cartoon.
Parents.
Well,
that's it. Where the fuck are you? You're not over there.
someone's dishwasher is done.
Yeah, whose LG dryer just went off?
Hold on.
Probably here. It's
Jake, you're muted.
I
He's
know, I
checking
feel-
with his
I
assistants.
was- yeah. Bring me the dishwasher. Let me check.
You better get back to work.
I want you to unplug it and bring it here so I can make sure it's working.
I have an extension cord right here. It's fine.
Growing up, our dishwasher had wheels. Jake used to jump from counter to dishwasher to counter until he didn't.
And I have the scar that almost killed me from that incident.
I don't think it's the scar that almost killed you.
Well, no, from the incident, the scar is just a reminder. Don't jump on dishwashers.
Mm-hmm.
So weren't we talking about rides or something?
We're gonna do the. Here, Josh, I got this. So last episode we did a mid-year review of our bingo card thus far.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This episode we're doing a mid-year review of everything else in Disney thus far.
Okay, I got one. So, who's watched the ride footage of the new test track that's been remodeled?
Not me, not yet.
Great. For Jake and Josh, my favorite Nickelodeon TV show. What do y'all think? And is the answer it's not that different?
So disagree.
Oh,
Yeah. It starts out completely different. It's got a cityscape.
It's
the lights.
thing.
Yeah, it's
the same track.
It was still going to be test track no matter what. Here, let me start from the beginning. The queue, I didn't like the queue. Way too sanitized, too corporate.
I did
Nothing.
not watch a Q video.
But getting under the ride, like they had like actual sets. Like it wasn't just Tron shoved down our test track throats.
It was still a little Tron, though.
Well, no,
I
you're
agree.
thinking the LiDAR part. The LiDAR part was cool.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. As unimpressed as I was with it, there is a moment, and I'll save it for Jordan. There is a moment towards when you go outside that I actually audibly said, whoa.
Oh, the giant screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
so
That looked really cool. And I
have
really
a problem
liked
with that part.
it. Oh.
But no, because that part was so good, I wish they would have went the extra mile. And this might be controversial. I don't know, because I don't know how much people like this part. Covered the outdoor section, like just kept that speed tunnel going.
It
That
would
would've
be
been
nice
cool as
to
hell.
ride it in the rain.
Yeah, like take that effect and continue it.
I
I like
guess.
this idea.
Yeah, no, I'd rock with that.
Did what ride did Test Track replace? When World of
Test
Motion did World of Motion go outside as well?
No, well, kind of. There was a part in the front where it kind of spiraled up, and you could see it from the outside, and that was it. But I've also never been on World of Motion. I've only heard about it in the stories, in the oral traditions passed down.
Has anyone watched footage? I don't think this is true, or been there since the villain show debuted.
No, I've seen I saw a clip of Hades, and that was it. It looked pretty cool.
I've seen clips of character intros, which is a pretty neat trick for those. And I've only seen behind the scenes footage of the Little Mermaid ride or show. But it seems like there's cool use of the puppeteers.
Wait, hold on. The Voyage of the Little Mermaid?
Oh, they changed it, but yeah.
Oh, did they change it?
Yeah, you didn't know that? They closed it down a couple months ago.
Yeah, I do.
They closed it down and then completely redid it, and now it's a different show with puppets and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shoot, I completely missed on that.
It
I'm glad
could
we're
still be
reviewing
called
this.
Voyage of the Little Mermaid. I'm pretty sure it's not.
I'm gonna look right now.
So back to Epcot. Did you guys see the the end of August? Spaceship Earth is closing for refurbishment.
Yeah. To be fair, I feel like they've been doing that for they've been saying they're going to do that for 2 years.
Right, but I mean that was one of the big pre-COVID things was that Spaceship Earth was going to get that huge revamp and the rewrite of the story and everything, and I think all it ended up getting was the light show. So I don't know if the reimagining of Spaceship Earth is still on the table or not.
They're just going to add projection screens.
But I mean, it was
The whole ride.
they gut it, and then like that effect we were just talking about it in Test Track. It's just that, and they're turning it into the Sphere from Las Vegas.
Oh, that'd be weird. Although they did do the projection, the Death Star projection for Rogue One, which was cool.
That was cool. If they do pull off this like a full Spaceship Earth refurbishment, that was a hard one.
Did you say Earth?
No.
You said Spaceship Earth.
Guys, I'm gonna start a new conspiracy theory. Spaceship Earth is flat.
Flat Spaceship Earther.
Yeah. Anyway, so I rode Spaceship Earth almost a month ago exactly, and I want the descent back. Just give me back the descent. Something in those.
The movie? Oh.
I want the cave creatures coming out and eating the people.
I don't want to realize I've just been imagining it.
Wait a minute. Hollow Spaceship Earth.
That's not a
Josh?
conspiracy.
So you get on Spaceship Earth, and it takes you 16 miles underground in an instant,
Yeah.
and there's Lemurians.
Yeah. I don't see what the problem is.
No, I like this. You enter from the volcano at Tokyo Disney Sea, and then it's Spaceship Earth.
How far away do you think Tokyo Disney Sea is?
It doesn't matter in Lemuria land.
I mean, you did specify a number. It was 16 miles.
Yeah, in an instant. But that's just Mount Shasta. It's right over here.
Oh, that's right. All right, so we're getting Lemuria. This is the worst year in review so far. All we've talked about is things are about to happen.
They started clearing the land behind Magic Kingdom for the Villains Kingdom.
Wait, not true. I brought up 2 shows that are currently there right now.
Oh, it's true. And I've forgotten about those. Also, they did announce a closing date for Tom Sawyer's Island, and people pretended to care.
It was 3 years ago.
Did it ruin
And they
your
did for
childhood?
Rock and Roller Coaster.
It probably did, Jordan.
Oh, good.
I hope it ruined so many childhoods. And Tim celebrated. He still has that crate on his ass.
And Rock and Roller Coaster got a closing date.
Yeah.
You got a closing date?
Yeah.
Which was the closing date?
I hope the last song they play on it is Closing Time.
Hold on.
But it's still Aerosmith singing it.
Yeah. But here's the craziest. What's wild is they also announced that Aerosmith will be taking over the Monsters, Inc. ride in California Adventure.
That is weird.
Isn't that closing too?
Yeah, because they're just shifting everything. So Muppets is taking over Rock and Roller Coaster. Aerosmith's going to take over Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is taking over Muppets over in Disney World.
August 16th. 17th. Sorry, August 17th.
And then, like, when's the reopening date? It can't take that long.
No, well, they said early next year, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's 2026. Yeah.
Yeah. With Kermit in that weird Matt Vogel Kermit voice.
Hi, guys. It's me, Kermit the Frog.
Look, I could have been Kermit.
I'm not sure you're not.
Can you do me a favor and say that again, but say it like Marlon Brando?
I could have been Kermit.
I could have been a Kermit.
I could have been a Kermit.
I could have been a contender.
I think I could have been a Kermit is a great title for the episode. By the way.
You come to me on this day, the day of my daughter's wedding.
So far, I have written down 2 titles for this episode. They're both Muppets related.
Can you, if you do go with I could have been a Kermit, can you title it like asterisk in a Marlon Brando voice, asterisk, I could have been a Kermit?
Just the longest title. Yes.
Josh is gone.
He's practicing. I'm not going to elaborate.
Great, good, thank you. I am going to Disney in September, and I am looking forward to those shows. I am looking forward to hopefully getting into that. I already forgot the name of it. The Spaceship Earth bar,
Oh, something 85.
lounge,
82.
something. Sure.
Geo 82.
Yeah.
Geode 82.
Geo Duck
Hol-
82.
Hollow Earth 82.
Geodude 82. Yeah. So I'm hoping I can get to do that. How do we think, now that it's been open for a while, how do we think that Tiana's Bayou Adventure has been as like a launch and a ride?
I'm sorry, say that again. As a what in a ride?
Like the launch of the attraction. How do we think that, like, do we like the ride now? It's been some time we can sit on it.
I mean,
Oh,
I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think no matter what was going to go in there, people were going to hate it just because it could have been the greatest Disney IP, but people were going to hate it because it wasn't Splash Mountain.
Right.
And people just get really hung up on nostalgia. And don't get me wrong, I like nostalgia. I mean, I have a fucking room full of Transformers, for Christ's sake.
I can't relate.
Right. Yeah, I understand that. But I also feel like it was, I don't want to, like, tainted isn't the right word. Or maybe it is. Like, maybe just the opening was tainted because of all of the unnecessary shit it caught for not being, just simply for being something other than Splash Mountain.
Right.
I think that just like hangs a really big like rain cloud over the greatness that is Tiana in the ride, because I genuinely like it. I mean, again, I'm biased because Tiana's my favorite princess. So and you know, it's also set where I'm from, but I think the ride's I think the ride's great. I love it. I enjoy it. I do. I mean, my critique stands. I do wish there were some more animatronics here and there, but aside from that, I still think it holds up. You know, 6 months after I wrote it, or 4 months after I wrote it.
I mean, I'm with you, and I ultimately agree. I have a little bit of an Obi-Wan at the end of Revenge of the Sith feeling about it, where it's like you were the chosen one, like we trusted you. Like, it should have been great, and it still probably is pretty good, but like there's just so much empty space for me. Like, to a point where I'm like, oh man, this is a lot of empty space, where I'm just like, where's the next animatronic? And if they filled it with like something story-wise or like, you know, something cool, but when I wrote it, it did just very much feel like, all right, give it like 90 seconds before we get to the next real part of it. That's an exaggeration. It's probably like 30 seconds, but still, that's my only critique of it. It's certainly not a bad ride, and it's definitely not like, you know.
I mean, it's the same ride. Like the track didn't move. It's the same ride. It's just how it's decorated along the way.
Now, what I can't, not that I'm hating on it, what I can't dog on it for is the shrink down portion. When you go down into the wherever bog and like you're the size of a frog, that shit rules. That whole section,
amazing. The whole going down to the bayou part.
Yeah.
Wait, is that part?
I think so. It's when Mama Odie shrinks you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole part, great. Not even a note from me. Loved it. But it's before that, when you're in like the bayou portion.
Wait, Ryan, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Which one did you rode the Magic Kingdom one, right?
I did. I did not get to ride it in Disneyland. It wasn't open when I went.
My question is, like, the Disneyland Splash Mountain was like significantly faster to the point where it was almost annoying how fast it was.
Interesting.
So I'm wondering,
I think I see where you're going.
Like these empty spaces, if they're less noticeable in the Disneyland one. I don't know.
Because Orlando existed first, I kind of want to say that's not a thing. But if it was reversed and Disneyland's opened before Orlando, I would say it's a real possibility. But it's the same amount of space as Splash Mountain was, and they had plenty of things to fill that gap, right? And
Yeah.
the real answer is probably just that the animatronics are so expensive that they only could afford a couple. I don't want to say a couple like there's 3. There's like 30 or 40, but not enough to fill that space. They're mostly like pushed into like, a couple scenes.
Right.
So that's probably the real answer, but it's still just a bummer because I know what we had previously, not the theme, but the amount of space that was like taken up with these things. And that feels like a real missed opportunity for me. But
So along those same lines, I feel like Frozen is pretty empty compared to how the Maelstrom was as well.
I agree with you. But you know what's weird? I didn't think that when I wrote Frozen Ever After. Like in retrospect, you're totally right.
There's that one spot in Frozen Ever After, like when you get pushed backwards and then the boat shifts. Like it's black, it's blank space.
Yeah.
Where that was all decorated with like trolls and vines and trees and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Even like the lift hill up to the ice palace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have left in the Odin's eye effect and just taken the eye out, like just have that spinning, foggy ice mist. But no, they're just like, nah, you're just gonna go up. Like, what?
I do miss Maelstrom.
What really confuses me on the Frozen ride is the LiDAR section.
Yeah, that one's
But it is kind of in
Log
theme
radar.
with Maelstrom, how it went from trolls to the oil rig. So I can see what they were shooting for.
that was a little just gonna skip just 1,000 years of history.
Oil rigs.
It went from mythology to capitalism really quickly.
The story
Which,
of Earth.
That's what Disney's all about.
That's also
That's why you land in a gift shop on just about every goddamn ride.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, Walt Disney World from mythology to capitalism.
The Mickey Mutineers story. Because how many t-shirts do we have available, Jay?
I don't know. I mean, like 9.
That's not a little.
I'm gonna look it up. Well, because I shoved our store into the same store as what the heck.
Yeah.
The banner's really cool. Here, you know what? Hey, guys, let's just bring this up.
Josh, how's that 3D Crab McGraw coming?
I forgot about it.
Okay, so this is our store.
Uh-huh.
So we
Hey,
got
I
the
bought that sticker.
beehole
one.
I also bought the beehole. I really like this one. This is from this show. There's always money in the Bonanza stand. As you can see, Lou Bagel shirt, 0 sold. So
Man, I need to buy that.
travesty.
That is
Hold
a
on.
travesty.
That's not so bad because that rash shirt, I've seen you wear that, Jake, so I know you bought it.
No, I don't have. Someone else bought it. I don't have that shirt. Okay, here we go. Here's the Mickey Mutineers podcast one. And some
0
Space Mountain
sold.
ones. Some Topsy. Oh, so this one, every now and then, the Imagination Pavilion one, Dark Side of Imagination.
Oh, interesting.
Some of Jawas is a big seller. Look at
Man,
that.
fucking
What the
Topsy.
shit? And Kilroy?
Topsy.
Yeah. Topsy, yeah. 18 sold? Come on. this one was Josh's idea.
So look, the image
Hail
is funny.
Lucifer, holy shit.
I
Yeah,
gotta
Blue's
give
my
you
number
credit
one
here.
seller.
The image is funny for Gorilla on a Tiger, but the name of it just being Gorilla on a Tiger is really good. Thank you.
God,
For
what
that.
was the joke that was the setup for that
God,
shit?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so technically Gorilla on a Tiger is this show's t-shirt.
How have you not made a Crab McGraw t-shirt yet?
Where did that come from? I forgot.
I have no idea.
So I've got one of the Soaring Over Tatooine shirts.
Oh, I had that too. That's a good one. And also, while we're here, this is why I asked earlier. The New Zealand is about $60, depending on where you get it from.
Well, I want that $15 one.
That's the smaller one. That's not the bigger one.
And
Yeah, we need the big one.
Need the
Not for the plane
10-inch one.
ride.
We need the big boy.
Oh, this one. Look, last one, $55.
Yeah, but that's the
Oh, it's still a
5-inch
small
figure.
one. Oh, here's the big one. Ah, it's $190.
Done. Wait, that's a bus. Literally.
Oh,
Yeah, that's just the bus. That's not the.
Look at that bus, though. Look,
It's pretty great. It's a pretty great bus.
let's just bring this up.
I love how it's just like doing this. You throw the vision, it comes right back.
Greatest visual gag.
Amazing. Very good. Why haven't you made a Krav Maga t-shirt?
Well,
You forgot.
I like how Ryan and I are just porting over all of our previous podcast jokes onto this podcast.
Our other
technically-
podcast didn't make t-shirts. Now we can.
Technically,
That's true.
Lou Bagel
That's true.
is from- what the
That's
heck?
true. I need to buy a Lou Bagel t-shirt. You're so right.
No,
I didn't-
I mean, we all know where Lou Bagel came from.
Well, no, I mean just that store.
The
version.
tie-in.
Yeah, but like Jordan said it in the episode, so it's kind of a whole thing.
Well, technically, I've said Krav Maga like on 10 episodes. So
Okay, so I'll make you a Krav Maga right after I make Jordan's new logo and the Plastic Punks logo, which I'm still waiting on that picture of the people he wants me to draw. So that one's on you, Jordan.
All right.
well, when you get to the Krav Maga shirt, just reach out to Josh and ask him for his blueprints on his Krav Maga that he made. And then when he doesn't have that, you can just text me and I'll give you the drawing.
Okay, cool.
So this has gone from a year so far in review of Disney to just us review.
And we talked about it.
Yeah.
This tells me that nothing else has happened. See, that's what I'm saying, Ryan. You can't do that.
Yeah, that toy looks like a penis.
It's just a cat, guys. Chill out. Jeez.
Oh, I'm putting that's going to be the TikTok clip. I'm going to see if we get banned.
No, please no. Please don't. How about this?
What is happening?
What?
Is that better? Is that worse?
It is better. All right. We got to start wrapping this up. Did anything else happen this year so far?
I can't think of anything significant.
Yeah, I got nothing. Jordan?
Yeah, me neither.
Josh? Wait a
I
minute.
blocked out what happened.
Rob's got something. Did you guys see that construction has begun again on the new resort being placed on the old River Country land?
Oh yeah,
I didn't.
I did.
Rob,
See that.
Rob, review that comment.
It was his own comment. He's going to give it a 10 out of 10.
I give it a 10 out of 10.
10
I'm
out of
gonna
10
be honest.
question, Rob.
When
Rob comes back. It was actually like a 5 out of 10. I could have done
He's
better.
like, I'm not proud of that one, actually.
But like to our credit, when they announced like the DVC editions and stuff, and then they released the blueprints and or not the concept art, you're like, oh, that's sterile. I lose interest real fast.
Hey, isn't D23 happening this year?
I think so. But that's in
We
the
should go
future.
live for that.
No, it's not happening this year. It happened last year because we went live. No, we didn't. We watched it live together. As a
Yeah.
family. So that means it'll be next year.
Until the guy's cell phone died.
Multiple times. Multiple different guys' cell phones.
So, oh, hey, we got some spam.
Oh,
Oh, thank you, Upbeat Sling Deck.
what are those symbols even?
Well, you're supposed to remove the space.
Well, hold on.
No, not that. The circle
thing
above
between the-
B.
Yeah, the Bowieist?
How do you pronounce that over a B? What about the plus sign under the E?
You
What is
pronounce
that
that caramel coochie.
Ah, it makes sense now.
Yes. So, anyway, nothing else happened this year.
And make sure you stay in the rides. Unless it's,
Nothing else happened this
it's,
year. Keep your
Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe, and comment down below which animal you would least like to encounter on the Kilimanjaro safaris if you jumped out.
We really need to start.
The
pushing
fucking
that.
the herbivores are way more dangerous than the carnivores. Carnivores just
herbivore-
fucking nap.
The
They just nap.
herbivores?
Yeah.
Do you get cold sores from them?
Not herb. Not
That's what you
herpes.
said. That's
I
what you
herb.
said.
I said herb.
What are you, British?
There's a fucking H in it.
You don't disappoint, Josh. I love you. Hey, you've been listening to and or watching the Mickey Mutineers, and you've enjoyed it.
You come to me on this day, the day of my daughter's wedding.